welcome to another edition of MINC IT Monday. Today I want to share with you an idea I have for making a fall wreath. And I want to make my fall wreath out of die cut leaves. I have die cut several leaves out of watercolor paper. I'm going to be foiling them with champagne after I just kind of play and have a couple different techniques made with the reactive mist and with the reactive paint, as well as the reactive screen ink. I'll be using these on freehand. I'll be using these with stencils. I'll be using these with the art screens as well. So come right back and we'll all get started. Today I want to share 3 techniques using one each of the reactive mediums. The first one, super fun, super easy. We're just going to do a random misting of the leaves, and let me show you how we do that. Just take the reactive mist, just gonna randomly spray over the leaves, and it kind of sputters a little bit, it sprays a little bit. Like I said, just gives a real random spraying of the mist, and we're going to let these dry really well. Come back in a minute, I'll show you the next technique. The next technique we're going to try is with the art screen ink and art screen. So gather those supplies, art screen ink, a screen, and your die cut. Oh, and let's not forget our scraper. This is going to be laid over the die cut leaf. I'm going to take our the reactive screen ink, and I'm going to apply that right onto my scraper, just about so. And I'm going to scrape this over with some even pressure all along this leaf. You can see the impression of the leaf coming up on the art screen. All right, I think that's good and covered. Gonna lift and check out the results, and that looks pretty awesome. Lift that up, set it aside, and let it dry. This won't take quite as long as the mist, but again, please allow your projects plenty of time to dry. If you don't, what happens is when they go through the MINC machine to be foiled, the medium is going to kind of smush, and sometimes that's going to be a really great result of the technique. It's not really a huge horrible mistake, because we know with mixed media that those mistakes are welcomed, and very often we discover something brand new and beautiful that we're going to. The third technique we're going to try today is with the reactive paint. I'm going to mask off one of the die cut leaves, and we're going to paint basically a stripe effect that we will later foil. We're going to have some striped leaves. So what's so great about the reactive paint? It's pretty much anything that you would paint in your paper crafts with already, you can use a reactive paint on. I mean, as long as it goes through the MINC machine, as long as it's flat, anything that you would hand paint, hand letter, and they can go through your machine, it is good to MINC. Okay, so got a lot of tape down here. We're a little tape happy. So I've already got some reactive paint here on the table. I'm just gonna paint over my open spaces right here. It's a super fun technique. You can do this on, you can make card backgrounds with this. You can create scrapbook backgrounds with this. You can even do wall art if you're wanting some stripes on that. Okay, again, this is going to need to dry really well. I'm going to go ahead and pull the tape up because I don't want the tape to dry to the paint. And then we'll come back and we will get the rest of our leaves foiled. Okay, now for the fun part, time to foil our leaves. So because we used a reactive medium on each one of these, sometimes there's bleed through underneath. Not always, but sometimes. So how I make sure I protect my carrier sheet is that I have the foil doubled inside the carrier sheet, and then I place that inside, and so both sides are covered. In case there's any reactive medium on the underside of the leaf, then it will get captured like that, and I'm not going to be ruining all these carrier sheets all the time. So you see that my carrier sheet was a little smaller. It's about 6 by 6 inches, just because I like these to go through a little faster. I could use the larger 12 by 12 piece and go ahead and mink them all at the same time. But because I wanted to make sure that both sides are covered, for me, I just chose to use a smaller size carrier sheet. But you can do either way. Okay, we're gonna let this go through and we're gonna see our results here real quick. Almost done. There we go. Time for the big reveal. This is always the most fun, amazing part, and that is really pretty. So you may or may not be able to see, there's a little bit of paint bleed on this side. So because the foil was covering that, it picked up, and I don't have any residue left on the carrier sheet. Okay, next we're gonna do one of the splatter leaves, and I already have my carrier and a foil ready. Oops, I have one in there already. I'm really ready, aren't I? Okay, put that in there. Okay, let's see how this one turned out. This I said was the splatter one. It's just real subtle and real pretty. That champagne is beautiful, beautiful foil. I'm always impressed with it. Okay, we're gonna do our last one now. The last technique we had was the art screen technique. Lay that in there and run it through our machine. Okay, last technique. This was the art screen ink. Just as beautiful as the others. They truly are. Okay, 3 techniques, 3 leaves. This is gonna make a beautiful wreath, and I'll be sharing that over on HeidiSwapp.com.